7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Tune in.
This is your Friday Night Lights podcast, photo and entertainment in Middle Georgia sales and services.
Coke don't worry about Pepsi. I had to go see a man about a mule.
Look at here, look at here.
A-Town down.
And you better not lose.
Tune in.
Not so fast, my friend.
You better say it with your chest.
Come on now, shout it.
And you better not lose.
Hey, you better watch your mouth now.
I am a Lego.
Better shut your mouth.
Yes, I am. I don't mean to interrupt.
Better say it with your chest.
Let's get it.
And you better not lose.
What's happening, people? How are you all?
What it do?
What it do? What it is?
Hello.
How was you all day today?
Man, good day so far. Great day. Football is on. I'm watching it. I'm doing the podcast with y'all. What more can I ask for?
In about one more quarter, and I don't think you're gonna have such a good day.
Well, you know what? Man, you know what? I'm gonna blame that on LaGrange. And they punter and 2 turnovers. That's what I'm blaming that on.
Okay. What's going on in podcast land? Welcome to the Wednesday night edition of the Friday Night Lights podcast show. This is the last week where we'll just have one episode. So starting on August the 19th, you can come hear us on Mondays, Wednesdays. And if you man enough, big and bad enough, you can tune in on Friday nights.
My
and
lord.
for those of you who have not been here on Friday nights, hold your horses. Let me say hello to everybody. First of all, I'm Jess. We got Yo. So tell the people hello.
What it do, people?
We got my sis, the feisty bulldog, Shakira.
Hello.
We have your favorite politician, non-politician, Thirsty B.S. Rollins Esquire.
Nice to meet you. Glad you came out. Thank you for coming out.
Shaking hands and kissing babies as only he can. And last but certainly not least, we have the creator and the executive producer of the Friday Night Lights podcast show. Tell everybody hello, Mo.
What's going on?
All right, guys, let me tell y'all hello. Let's see. Nick Fletcher, how you doing? Toombs County in the building. Welcome. I also want to say congrats to your kid. I saw a highlight of him. He's going to be on the GPB Make That Kid an Offer nominee.
Is he the wide receiver?
Yes, that's
oh my God.
Gavin.
Very explosive.
Gavin Fletcher. He's a nominee for Make That Kid an Offer this week on GPB. So congratulations to your kid.
Congratulations.
Big ups.
What's going on, Obadiah? Yes, we are here. We are here to please you. What's going on, Pat? State champion in the building. My Perry Panther. Hey, Jeremy. Hey, Jawan. What's going on? Coach Jay checking in from PC. Nick said he's ready for the turn up. Okay, we'll see. What's going on, Mr. Shields? He said Judon to the Falcons.
Oh my.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 3rd round pick. Yeah, we good.
My lord.
Hey, we were gonna lose that 3rd round pick anyway. We ain't gotta talk about that right now, though. We'll talk about that in April.
Obadiah said, if you carry your feelings in your side pocket, please do not show up this Friday. This is a public service announcement. They got till next Friday, Obadiah. We're gonna give them the first week. Thank you, Mr. Watkins. We appreciate you. The best high school football podcast in the world. We appreciate you, Mr. Watkins.
Appreciate it.
How you doing, J-Bo? What's going on, Carver Columbus? Mr. Shields, Newton County. He said it's game day. How you doing, Mr. Sanders? Welcome. Thomas County Central in the house. Where County Gator fans? Where are you? Jeremy is looking for you. He wants to tell you hello, and please don't beat them up too bad on Friday. How you doing, Mr. Hurst? TCC checking in. Peach County, what's going on, big brother? How you doing? Mr. McKelvin says he's here, Jeremy. What you got to say to him, friend? So
What? Huh? We got to figure out how to get that money by Thursday.
Get this money by tomorrow.
Tell your mama card.
Oh man.
We got a Cairo syrup maker here. What's going on, Mr. Sloan?
Hey,
Mr. Harris, Worth County Rams.
The Rams.
Blame that microphone on the right side of your screen. Okay. How you doing, Mr. Murphy? Go Dogs. Checking in from Thomasville.
Hey, Chad.
How you doing?
But that sounded familiar right there.
Oh no, that's my cousin. I ain't even one of them. Don't do that, freaky Mike.
Oh, okay. My bad.
You alone on that island, brother. I'm sorry.
Hey,
I ain't got no problem with it. That mean they ain't got a ship.
Hey, Thirsty.
What's happening?
Jimmy, don't troll.
Nick said that hey Chad has some extra. That she loves her cousin. That's what.
Yes, I do love my cousin. He know that.
I love my cousin too. Sometimes I'll be wanting to cuss him out.
What wrong with your cusser?
it would.
I mean, all you got to do is put that guy in the shop and get him fixed. What's with your cusser, baby?
Sometimes I have to cuss my cousin out. I just cussed him out about 30 minutes ago. Was
did that, man? She did that. and all y'all listeners, all she doing is just tuning up for next week.
Don't believe him.
I'll be dumb and take it all. I think I'm gonna get sis. I think I'm gonna get my other sister on the phone sometime next week too, so I can get her to cuss me out and tune her up for next Friday too. We rehearse over here. We get everything right. We only gonna rehearse cussing y'all out come next Friday.
We don't have to rehearse, baby. When it come natural, it come natural. Ain't that right, sis?
Trying to tell you, just hold my children.
Okay, Odysseus. I hope I said your name correct, sir. Welcome to our podcast. Milton County in the building. Y'all have a big game Friday. Milton versus Buford. I think we've got a not really a guest. Our friends coming back today to kind of talk to us about that game too. Mr. Harris, in just a minute, we have give us a little time. And we're going to definitely talk about Worth County versus Turner County, I think. But if not, we'll get to it. I think we got somebody that's gonna come talk to us about that. Terrence said he just watched D.F. Douglas versus LaGrange. A couple of people have been watching that.
No, it was definitely not D.F. Douglas.
You know what the hell he meant. Nah. You know what he meant. Frederick Douglass.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing, Mr. Mumford? Big Green County checking in. Guys, Yo and I were able to meet Mr. Mumford Sr. on Friday, and he is a really good dude. And I'm going to tell you this, anytime I'm in Green County, and I end up in some trouble, I'm definitely going to call his name. But he is really nice. His son, RJ, number 7, he is an excellent athlete, and I wish him nothing but the best on and off the field for his senior season. It was really, really good to see you, Mr. Mumford. And hopefully we'll see each other again in the bins. Who knows? Nick Fletcher. Swainsboro versus Dublin. We're gonna
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Okay,
but I just heard you talk about Mr. Mumford. First off, man, big up Mr. Mumford, man. When I tell you, down to earth, coolest guy, man. Really enjoyed meeting you on last Friday night. With that being said, if there's anybody that needs a linebacker or a freaking dog on your team, you better go over to the Green County and check out this number 7.
Mm-hmm. He is as advertised.
He is a hell of a player.
He definitely is.
I see my cousin say, Fred Doug just like Diaz Doug. Hell, it's all the same.
Ooh, okay. How you doing, Mr. Allen? Eric
He says all the same, baby.
Huh? I don't know what you said. Cook County.
I said he said it's all
the same. Yes. Cook Hornets in the building. How you doing, Mr. Allen? Let's see. How you doing, Mr. Reiner? Another Toombs County fan checking in. We love you too, Mr. Harris. We certainly do. He said, I appreciate that, Mr. Mumford. He said we good people. Jeremy, don't come in here. It ain't Friday, but you better not come in here acting stupid. I will tear your damn head off. Act like you got some sense, and I'll act like I got some.
We'll take you behind the house and whoop you.
You act like you got sense, I will too. But now if you don't, I'm gonna tear your monkey ass up.
Hell no. Hold on.
Jeffrey Murray, how you doing? Jenkins County checking in. We hitting the road the first 3 games: Glasgow, Lincoln County, and Portal. Oh.
Well, that's a 1 and 2 schedule.
That's what I'm thinking. Well, maybe not. I mean, you'll win at least one of them.
1 and 2 schedule.
You don't know.
Okay. Just like I said, Douglas County gonna beat Cedar Grove this year.
Okay.
Not after what I saw today.
I'm finna say that ain't what I heard today now.
They got some work to do. And you know what? Maybe later on we can hear from straight from the host's mouth.
Yeah. Mr. Mumford said RJ's been working his butt off this summer getting ready. That's good. I love it. I love to see it. How you doing, Mr. Henderson? Carver Columbus Tiger checking in. Y'all had a good scrimmage on Friday, but I found it I mean, really, like y'all about to kick an extra point and they called it due to lightning, like right before you about to kick. That is crazy to me.
Okay, can I say something about that?
You can.
Mr. Henderson, man, shout out to you Carver Columbus Tigers, man. Y'all know we got much love for Carver Columbus, man, with our brothers J-Bo and Oscar Miles and Deshaun Suggs and all of them, man. Great hospitality when we went over to visit. And I actually think Carver Columbus will be facing Pierce County for the state championship in 2A. But don't y'all let that scrimmage game fool y'all about Lee County, man. Don't let that game fool y'all about Lee County, man.
Wait, that might be something you need to be telling one of Robbins.
Oh, well, it's in the pick'ems. That's all I say about that. But just know, Lee County gonna be okay. Carver Columbus has a great defense. I always say games are about matchups. You know, that's why I hate when somebody say we beat such and such and they beat y'all. Like, that don't mean that you can beat us. You know, it's about matchups. Carver Columbus have a great run defense. If Lee County was able to put the ball in the air, it probably would have been a different story. But that's been Carver MO for years. I mean, they state champions behind stuff like that. So they're gonna run the ball down your throat. They got a little passing game this year, and they're gonna play tough defense. So don't let that fool y'all thinking, oh, Carver Columbus 13-14 with Lee. Lee gonna be this and Lee gonna be that. Okay.
How you doing, Mr. Little Bro?
Don't you dare skip over that.
I'm not, sis.
It's your week, Mr. Little. That's all you got. Come on with it. Good 35-13, that ain't it. Try again.
Mr. Reiner, if you take your attention to what's on the screen, the nights we go live, Monday starting 7 p.m. ish. We will have a recap of the games on the 16th, and on Wednesdays we speak about upcoming week's games, which is what we're going to do tonight. And then Friday, sometime after the game, 11-ish, you say it with your chest. So you break down everything you saw on your game. If you frustrated, if you pissed off, any of that, that's when you let it out on Friday nights. And you can say whatever you need to say.
Say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest. And okay, I'm gonna leave that one. How you doing, Mr. Green? Welcome. Hello, Mr. Taylor. Welcome. How you doing? Yes. Dwayne, listen, football season is back and I am excited. What's going on, Mr. Green? Thompson Bulldogs on the road against Evans. Good luck to you guys. Mr. Jenkins, Thomas County checking in. Mr. Murray, he said 1 and 2 my A double.
Okay, now please read Mr. Wright next comment, please, because I think my word is warranted here. My slogan is warranted. Go right ahead.
Okay, Mr. Wright. First of all, welcome to the podcast, Mr. Wright. He says upset of the week: Bacon over Clint.
Podcast. Could y'all welcome Mr. Wright properly by saying
on three?
1,
Okay.
2, 3.
You would.
Bacon ain't finna beat no Clinch County, sir. I'm sorry. Unless you talk about foosball.
You better.
Mama said, no, it's not happening. I'm sorry. That's a bold statement. Here we stand on our receipts. If it happens, I'll be the first to tell you, sir. You called a good game. You was right. But I just don't see that happening.
We eat crow over here.
We eat crow. As Coach Kill. Oh no, it's still. Hold on now. Shakira, help me out now.
Coach Lovejoy.
Lovejoy. That's Coach Lovejoy. Yes, he know we eat crow over here.
And speaking of Coach Lovejoy, shout out to your daddy because I know you're gonna catch the recap. Just mind your business on Friday night. And if anybody out there shares anything with my dad on the Friday night, I'm coming for you because I'm gonna find out who did it. And I'm still gonna cuss.
But Mr. Lovejoy, if you should happen to catch us live, please don't hesitate to come in and tell us hello. Please. Mr. Battle, Dodge County Indian checking in. Okay, down there in Eastman. Welcome. Let's see. Mr. Taylor wants to know what's going to happen between Lee and Warner Robins Friday night and Buford and Milton. We're going to
we will talk about it later.
Our resident prognosticator will be here to discuss it. How you doing, Mr. Killebrew? Grayson Rams in the building. Y'all got a big game coming up too. It's going to be on ESPN. Please represent, sir. All right. Let's see. Okay, yeah. We're gonna talk about them in a minute. What's going on, Mr. Connor? They know what's really going on. We do. Let us know what's going on, Mr. Connor. Tell us. TA says I refuse to count Cedar Grove out yet, but I am. Okay. How you doing, Mr. Prince? Welcome. Tiff County checking in. Tell us what you saw last week in your game versus Brooks County and what you liked and what you didn't like. Now last week, now we stand on what we say. We got receipts. Now you said that Brooks County was going to be blown out by Tiff County. It didn't quite happen that way, but still, I'm sure you could take a lot of positive things from what you saw in the scrimmage. So make sure you let us know. All right, my buddy from Waco. How you doing, Mr. Stone? #1 podcast crew, Waco checking in. How you doing, Miss Buzz? Brooks County Trojan. How you doing, friend? DeAntoine says every year we play Elite as a game to see where we are.
Oh, I wouldn't tell nobody that.
Well, I mean, I mean, I don't disagree with what Mr. Henderson's saying because you talk about arguably the best back in the state. And if you can, corral him the way y'all did on last Friday, I don't think you would face another back like that, especially not in 2A. But again, if somebody come in with a passing attack against Carver, that's how y'all go down. You look at the team that has beaten Carver, it's been teams that was two-dimensional or was that spread offense that can put the ball up with a pretty good quarterback wide receiver combination. So we know you're going to stop the run. I think you should focus on scheduling somebody in your preseason game that's going to spread you out so you can get an idea of that because we know you can stop the run. So stopping the run against Crumo every year don't fit well when you get into the playoffs and a team that can pass the ball put y'all out every year.
How you doing, Mr. Wilson? Benedictine fan in the building. Welcome. What's going on, Thomas County Central? D'Angelo Davis, welcome. He says Lee County can't throw the ball.
Agreed.
Mr. Battle says Lee County doesn't rebuild; they just reload.
Agreed again.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Henderson says, as a true fan, I'm coming in and understanding that it was a showing game.
Understood.
Mr. Green, the Thompson Bulldog from the Brickyard, is checking in. Let's see. Dwayne wants to know if you're going to the game, Shakira.
I haven't decided yet because I got a new work schedule, so
okay.
I'm not sure. And even if I do, don't look for me. I'm not friendly without the others. Do not look for me.
Mr. Davis says Lee County hadn't won anything since they stopped poaching Albany schools.
Well, they still poaching them, so.
Mr. Matt, welcome. Greene County checking in. Did you come to Macon on Friday? If you did, we missed you.
Definitely, man. Awesome showing for Greene County, man. I know all last year, Greene County fans joined the podcast. We was lucky and glad to have y'all last year. Glad y'all back this year. They talked about how good that Greene County team was. And to see it for myself, man, that's a pretty good team, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty good team.
Especially they playing both ways. They're conditioned. They're in shape. Now linemen don't have the hands on the hips and stuff. It's the third quarter. And
I think the only downfall would be if that quarterback can get himself together, because 7-0 was the score at halftime when Greene County pretty much had whatever Greensboro Middle School is or something out there playing the rest of the game and still held Northeast to just 7 points. But the varsity score with they ones in should have been about 28-0. I mean, they kid that ran the punt return back, wide receiver and safety got behind Northeast defense several times and was just overthrown. So if that quarterback come together for Greene County, look out Bowden or anybody else in single A.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Mr. Henderson agrees with you. He says they got to clean up their secondary. Cody says, where's going to pain them Pirates? I concur.
Definitely.
I'm sure our buddy is going to agree with us in about an hour or two. Dwayne says, did y'all see George Lammons is ranked a 4-star wide receiver?
As a sophomore, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't that the wide receiver out of Brooks? By the time he's a junior, by the time this season is over with, he's a junior going into his senior year. Definitely gonna have another star. Like he may be a 5-star junior.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. I apologize. One of the Brooks County guys last year put us up on game on this kid and sent me some film on him. And when I tell you the kid is explosive as a freshman last year, so yeah, he should definitely be getting a 5th star.
Yeah. Jeremy says if Clinch beat Bacon, I'm gonna sell my car. I'm on that regular shit.
Well,
Okay.
let us sell you. We can split the check.
I like that. I don't know how you can split a penny in 5 ways, but that's all he was.
We can do something with it.
Yeah, that's a little high, but okay. Jeffrey Murray says Bacon has been loading up with Florida players.
And that means exactly what?
They got a lot of talent in
Florida. Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Because we already know what the best players in Florida at.
South Florida.
At IMG. But they from everywhere. Let's see. I'm not even fixing to entertain that right there. What's going on, D? How you doing? Jeffrey says last year was no fluke. He said, believe me, make fun of me now, but believe me later, Bacon County will be making some noise. Okay.
Okay.
He said that new car plant in Bryan County just flooded the Savannah Pembroke area with Florida kids. Now I can see that because I don't know. Well, Mike, you've been down there, but I don't know. Wayne, when the last time you've been down I-16?
Last year Savannah Christian game.
Okay, yeah, I was down there a couple of weeks ago. They are.
We know.
Be quiet. It's coming along, and it is huge. I don't know how many people they're going to employ, but it's a lot of people.
What sound does a mule make?
You finna find out in a minute.
Hey, bro, remind me to ask that question again on Friday night, and I'll let you know.
Okay.
It's Wednesday. How you doing, Mr. Driggers? Let's talk about those Toombs County Bulldogs. We will we're gonna talk about them again. We'll be doing predictions in just a few minutes. Oh, Obadiah, you so kind. He said GPB Sports needs to hire Jessica Abrams to report Middle and South Georgia. Pay her. That's right, brother. That's right.
Agree.
Thank you.
Cut the check.
Cut the check. So I can have my hand back.
I ain't giving you nothing. How you doing, Mr. Daniels? Welcome, Perry Panther. Oscar Miles said, I said last week, Lee County had no quarterback. They are overrated.
Oscar Miles. Nah. Y'all keep thinking that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll definitely see this Friday. Mr. Drigger said the GHSA cares nothing about sports south of Macon.
Agreed.
Listen, I agree. Ray Harris, welcome. Big Green County in the building. Terrence Bennett says, how's Lowndes looking this season? Oh, yeah, Juwan said Green County D-line. Yeah, you were there too, Juwan.
Man, number 55 was being double teamed. He was beating double teams and still getting back there making tackles, man.
Mm-hmm.
And from what we learned, he's a Florida State commit. Shout out to that kid, man. I'm sorry I don't know his name. Maybe y'all Green County fans can let us know, but the kid is special.
Let's see. Obadiah's okay. Oh, Terrence Bennett, welcome. He has a question. He says, how is Lowndes looking this season?
We took them lightly. They are who we thought they were.
Basically.
Hey, Lowndes County, the way they've been looking the last 3-4 years.
Well, just put it like this. I would not be surprised if there's
your surprise level is down to a minimum anyway, babe, because you still get surprised off of Cracker Jack boxes. So, I got a little pinwheel. You be happy about stuff like that. So, yeah, you probably would expect Lounge to do something.
Can I
Just like a
finish?
Arabian Mountain.
Can I finish my sentence?
Yes,
Arabia
you can.
Mountain. Arabia Mountain had her excited all last year, then, bro.
See how loud?
Man.
See, listen.
Well,
That's why
what?
you don't listen to people. This is how rumors get started. Mr. Bennett, let me finish my statement.
I want some attention.
Why I was just about to yell that.
They listen, podcast land. They trying me. They want me to get in. They
They
want me to
tempting
act
her,
like it's
y'all. They
Friday.
trying to make
They
this a Friday.
want me to act like it's Friday, but I'm not gonna do it. Mr. Bennett, what I was going to say before I was so brutally interrupted, even though I know he was raised better than that, he's just a hooligan that don't know how to act despite his upbringing. I would not be surprised if there were an opening for a coach in Lowndes County next year. That's what I was gonna say. Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, Mr. Welch.
Oh, fish eye heathen. You can say that. You can.
Mr. Welch,
You
how
can.
are you? Oh,
You can get your Esther on here on Wednesday nights.
She said, "Welcome, Mr. Welch." She said, "Sly couldn't hold Lamar Friday. Let's do it." Okay, all right, Lamar County Trojan. I can't remember if you're the Lamar County Trojan. I think you are, Mr. Welch. But anyway, welcome to the podcast tonight. Mr. Henderson says, "I agree. When it comes to a team that throw would be a thing we need to address. That's why I love this podcast, because you guys keep it 1,000. Thank you." Oscar Miles says you did say that about the quarterback. We will be good by the time state playoffs hit. We will not face another dog in the backfield like Lee. Overall, it was great film and building block for the season. With that being said, that Carver Columbus will be in the state title game.
Good take, Mr. Henderson. Good take.
Good take. Ray Harris said Greene County want Bowden bad. Be careful what you ask for. You don't want them over there in Bowden. I know that much.
Yeah, but I think they do get Bowden.
In Bowden?
No, you ain't being Bowden in Bowden. I don't care who you is. Bowden ain't gonna let that happen.
Yeah, I don't trust that. That's what I'm saying. I think you can. I think you could have done it last year, but Ricky Crookham, welcome, sir. Lincoln County looking strong. Welcome.
Okay, Lincoln County.
It's a lot of tradition up there.
Yes, it is.
So, I would not be surprised at all. Let's see. Mr. Mumford says the quarterback is new from Kale, and we've got to get the timing down. Number one was a quarterback the last 3 years and switched to receiver for now to see if the new quarterback and him will work. Hopefully, it will all come together. Our defense still will be our go-to this year.
Understood.
Tig, welcome. What's up, my friend?
What's going on, Tig?
Pastor.
My homie for life. He says Green's D-line is pretty good. 28-0 is a stretch, yo. Number 6 on the field, and everything changes.
Okay, now let me just address Tick. Okay, number one. Shout out Coach Trent Allen, man. Had a conversation with him, and like I said, number 6 on the field, that's 2-3 touchdowns in by itself. I agree with that. But number 6 was not playing Friday. And again, if the connections was made from that quarterback and that receiver, bro, y'all down 28-0.
Northeast had it in the red zone a couple of times too, and just couldn't get it in
because number 6 wasn't on the field. That's the point that I'm saying. If 6 was on the field, it's a different game. I agree totally. But the fact that he wasn't on the field, we're talking about what took place on the field.
Uh-huh.
And what took place on the field, they should have been down more than just 7-0.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I get what you're saying. What's going on, Mr. James? How you doing?
Also.
Yeah, no, Daniel James is from Stockbridge.
Oh, that is the Stockbridge guy.
Come on, man. How you doing, Mr. James?
Man, Mr. James talked to us about Stockbridge, man, and we laughed at that man.
Well, he's gonna be mad. Well, he's gonna be mad at our guest coming up soon.
Well, we
But here's
laughed
the
at him.
thing.
We laughed at him, and Stockbridge ended up making the championship game. So I want saute and barbecue my crow when it comes to your Stockbridge team, Mr. James.
And I mean, their schedule is so favorable this year that they will definitely have another um, winning season. Mr. Mapp says he's going to keep his eye on the Lincoln County and Washington Wilkes game later this season. That'll be a good one. Where is it? So I know where to go. Like, so if it's in Lincoln, if it's in Lincolnton, I can go to Washington Wilkes and rob that place.
But the town will be shut down on it, baby.
Uh-huh. So if it's in Washington Wilkes, I can go to Lincolnton and rob y'all.
Well,
Okay.
if it's in either one, you can go to the city where the game at because everything's still gonna be shut down.
You right. Mr. Fletcher, he said, no, Mr. Fletcher, we're not going to ignore your question about Swainsboro and Dublin. We are not ignoring it. What we're saying is on Wednesdays, we do predictions, right? And so in a little while, the predictions will show up and you will have your answer as to what, well, not necessarily the podcast, but at least what our friend thinks, okay? What I do now, Terry? What you talking about? Okay. Paul Wilson said that new coach at Camden County is about to have a long year. Yeah, tell us about that Brooks County Benedictine Camden County game. What did you see? You know what, Tick? You my homie. Don't do that. Don't do that, friend. Terrence Bennett. He said, why you say that?
Say,
I don't know. You have to elaborate a little bit, Mr. Bennett.
oh well, he asked how Lowndes look, and I guess he's saying why we said that about Lowndes.
Lowndes has been struggling for the past couple of years. And I mean, maybe y'all stick it out with this coach, but from what I've read and from what I've seen, Lowndes is not very good. And they're not the Lowndes that they used to be. And some people are quite disgruntled with that. So I said that to say you might get a new coach, you might not get a new coach. You never know. Mr. Miles says you can knock all day, bruh. Them folks are not good. You can say they held back or whatever when they didn't. They played and showed the hand they do every year. Mr. Wilson says,
He said they can't move the ball. I'm thinking he's talking about the Camden County team.
No. Oh, yeah. I was supposed to read that.
I know you had already read it, so I got to jump back up to Oscar Miles.
Oh.
Last year, Lee County, Carver County played. Lee County and Carver Columbus played. Carver had them beat. Let's be real. Oscar, you can kind of, chime in and let me know what that score was at the half. But if I'm not mistaken, it was about the same, like 14-14 or something at the half. And I'm pretty sure Carver Columbus felt then that Lee County sucked and Lee County did, but Lee County still went out and had a stellar year. So again, just because you all match up well with Lee County, do not dictate and by any means the season that Lee County will have. Lee County will possibly be 1 or 2 seed in their region, hands down. And they're playing in one of the toughest regions in football. That's the only point I'm saying. Carver Columbus defense is possibly, I know for a fact without even going around the state, Carver Columbus, because I've seen this with my own eyes, Carver Columbus defense will be a top 5 defense in the state of Georgia. I'm going to make that bold statement. So all I'm saying is, regardless of what you all did against Lee County, that does not tell the true tale of the type of season Lee County will have. They may face one other defense that is good as y'all's, and that'll be Thomas County's.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Um, he went out for a minute, guys. But that's okay. I'm gonna keep going. How you doing, Mr. Howard? Perry Panther checking in. Um, let's see. Number 55 is Juju for Greene County. He's a heck of a lineman. Um, Mr. Carswell, welcome, welcome, welcome. He says Dublin has a lot this year. They have too much this year for Swainsboro. Okay, it's gonna be interesting. Let's see. Kenneth says Lowndes is gonna have a new coach soon. How you doing, Mr. Robert? Mr. Mumford says Toombs County will be there at the end. And the defensive tackle's name is Kevin Juju Wynn. Let's see. And number 1, Steve Miller is a Mississippi State commit too. Oh man. Alex Welch is indeed from Lamar County. Billy Guyton, welcome, welcome, welcome. He has Thomasville High School this Friday over Brooks County. Hey, Cobras football, welcome, welcome, welcome. Checking in.
The Twins County Cobras. Welcome to our podcast.
Either that, are the Twins County Cobras, or are they the
I think that's the Chris County. I think
that might be the Chris County AAU team.
Yeah.
But either way, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome.
Mr. Bennett says Lowndes doesn't waste any time when it comes to coaches coming in and producing immediately. Well, for the next time, here's just some sage advice. When you go out to hire a coach, don't go hire the coach that you beat when your team wasn't even that great. That's just a suggestion. But you know, I'm just a woman. I don't know what I'm talking about. How you doing, Mr. Ward? Greene County checking in from Washington State. We're getting ready to run the table. Okay, Mr. Ward.
I can see that happening.
Mr. Bennett says East Cayuga versus the Perry Panthers is going to be a big game. Does that move the needle for you fellas?
Nah. It's a backstory to that. East Coweta Perry game. I'll be interested in to see. I'll talk about it more when that game come up during the season. But I don't think East Coweta have enough to play with Perry.
Mm-hmm. How you doing, Mr. Robert? Go Peach County Trojans. Rodriguez says, Mr. Mumford says Lincoln County has to come through Greene County, and we are in the same region. Oh, that's kind of tough. Mr. Matt says Bowden is just like Calhoun back in the day. You got to get them away from home. You're absolutely right.
If I can put any kind of check marks on your answer, because you are correct.
Mm-hmm. What's going on, nephew? Marquise Myers, good evening.
What's going on, Myers?
Obadiah has a good question. We talked about this last week, but he wants to know why number 6 wasn't on the field. And to those of you who are wondering who number 6 we're talking about Northeast Nick Wolford.
Stud of a running back, and
arguably one of the best in the state.
This is a personal opinion. Does not, fall on anybody on this panel. This is my personal opinion. Number 6 was not on the field because of bad coaching. That's just the only way I can put it. The kid had a horrific injury last year. Saw an interview that he did back in April or something of this year. He said he's about 100%. I saw a couple of workout videos from this kid. He will be back this year, healthy and strong. I wish him nothing but this. But as a coach, I would have to have this kid in some kind of scrimmage game, contact game, to get his mindset back into playing tackle football before I just throw him out there next week. Not this week, but next week starting region play. So
Can I pose a question to you?
Go right ahead, babe.
Maybe it's not coaching. Do you think his parents might have something to do with, the decision as to not wanting to put him out there for a scrimmage game?
Nah.
Okay. I just asked.
That's coaching.
Okay. Let's see. Our coffee crew is in the building. How you doing, Mr. Walker?
Number 3 in the region, Coffee.
How you doing, Mr. Nicholson? Y'all gotta wait another week because y'all got a first week by, Mr. Nicholson. Mary Persons High School. We're interested. People are pretty high on Mary Persons this year. You're ranked in all the polls.
And for what?
You're ranked in almost every poll. So I'm interested.
Okay. You and for what? And for what? Hey there, Mr. Wizard.
Oh, he's here. Let me finish. How you doing, Mr. Wizard?
I missed y'all.
I can't tell you. Just because we're not on here don't mean you can't tell us hello during the off season. You just went on you and your wicked wish. We got on the broom and left. You ain't said nothing to nobody or nothing. But that's okay. We're glad you're back.
Thank you.
We're so glad. So guys, to those of you who were wondering who was coming back and who's going to talk about our predictions, this is none other than the Wizard, and he will give his predictions. And guys, is it too late for this week? I'm not sure.
No, I think they still got enough time to get those pickings in.
So here's the thing, the Wizard is going to do what he does every week is he predicts the games for the top 10 in every classification, and he also chooses particular games for pick'ems, and you have to see if you can beat the Wizard. Now, if you can beat the Wizard, whoever does the best, they win a monetary prize at the end. It's not a whole lot because he usually drinks up all his money, but he saves a little bit to give to you at the end so you can buy a nice little Christmas gift for somebody. So he'll be talking. Why are you on here twice? Oh,
I don't know. Just don't forget about my strippers. That's all I'm saying. I like my strippers.
He likes his looker at his strippers. He got green potion, purple potion, and strippers. That's where his money goes. But we make sure that he puts a little money in the pot. So at the end, if somebody should happen to beat him, shout out to Courtney McGee, who actually won the pick'em last year.
Lucky.
No, he just smart enough to pick the people he say he gonna pick instead of the opposite, unlike you, Turtle. But anyway, I said whatever. Let me read the rest of these comments, and then the Wizard is gonna talk to us and talk about all these predictions that y'all have been asking about. Tick wants to know, so what are we talking about? It's moot. Ask number 9 from Green how he feels about number 16. Has he found his helmet yet? Ooh.
It was a hell of a hit. It was a hell of a hit. We know that. You know that. One hit does not determine a football game, sir.
Okay. Mr. McKelvin says, where's starting running back didn't play Friday? His younger brother stepped up and broke a 72-yard touchdown run. Shout out to him. What's going on, Danny? Welcome. We appreciate it. Paul says Camden tried to run a spread offense and it was horrible. Tick agrees with Thirsty. He says no need for unnecessary carries in a game that doesn't count.
So, we still talking about practice?
Well, Mr. Wizard, I've always said
What?
football is a contact sport.
Yes.
You better be used to the contact before you
Yes.
just throw a kid out there in that fire. Kid coming off that injury like that, I let him play a series or something to get back into it because guess what? He's gonna have to get hit sometime. And I'd rather him get hit in a game that it don't matter and get his bearings back than to get into a game that matters.
Mm-hmm. Hey, where's that Mexican fella?
He's not with us today, Mr. Wizard.
Ah, man.
Where your broad at?
She sleep.
You put her to sleep. You put her to sleep with her.
Well, wake up and play. We got to win tomorrow.
Well, hey, I ain't won the kiss and tell.
Okay.
All I'ma say is
we don't really want to know.
that tail.
We don't really want to know. Okay, so these people have been asking about predictions all programs. So why don't you get up here and talk to us? Without further ado, fellas, here's the wizard.
Yeah.
Yay. First things first. I missed y'all over the summer. Just know,
me
and the wizard, we went out and got hitched. So we was on a vacation all summer.
Did y'all move out of Mike's basement? Or y'all made that your love den?
Oh, that's the love den right there.
Ooh, okay.
We got it insulated and everything.
Okay, all right.
I can imagine what it smell like down there.
It smell like straight boo dissy.
Oh, hey!
Just the way
week one.
Just the way I like it. So I mean, my baby, the witch, she's gonna show up soon.
Oh, okay. Well,
so stay tuned and check us out.
All right. We're looking forward to hearing from her too. Okay, so we have private week one there. Podcast land. Is there anything that you disagree with in week one for the privates?
Go through your pickles, Mr. Willard.
Go through.
I got PAC tomorrow over West Forsyth. Savannah Christian over Whitefield Academy. Hebron should thrash Ferrum of Atlanta. Fellowship Christian loses to number 1 Bowden. Trinity Christian over Ola in a close one though. Calvary Day having practice against Beach. GAC over Noonan. Wesleyan loses to Commerce. Aquinas over Athens Academy. And North Cobb Christian over Providence Christian.
Good stuff, Mr. Wizard. Good stuff.
Okay. Any comments or can I move on?
Moving along.
Okay. Moving on. D2. Again, Bowden over Fellowship Christian. I got Brooks losing to Thomasville. By field goal.
Woo! They fixing to get you. Old Tori and Miss Ebony and Dwayne, they're going to have something to say about that.
Well, it is what it is, baby. I'm on my pimp stuff this year.
I heard that, Wizard.
All right, Bootsy, go ahead.
Manchester over Harris County. Irwin beats Fitzgerald. Sly over Seminole. Clinch over Bacon. Bryan over Johnson of Savannah. Greene County over Putnam. Treon over Gordon Lee, and Telfair over Lamar County.
In
Mr.
what?
Mr. Welch, you see that? He said
In,
Lamar County gonna lose.
in what?
Huh?
In what, Mr. Wilson?
In football.
I mean, we talking about tackle football on this show. We don't do none of that two-hand touch stuff.
Okay.
Mr. Okay, Mr. Okay, so they have comments on D2 week 1. Mr.
What?
Butt said the Wizard, you have lost your mind. And Alex is just embarrassed for you because he says Lamar will not lose to Telfair.
And I repeat, will not.
Okay. Come back and see me on Monday. That's all I'm gonna say.
Tori says we're gonna win region in D1 and D2 Brooks. That is.
Y'all do know we're not talking about EA Sports, right? I'm just making sure. I know Madden just came out this past week, but we ain't talking about Madden.
How you doing, Mr. Frazier? Thomas County Central is in the building. Mr. Nicholson seems to think that Brooks County will beat Thomasville as well. So
Okay.
that's
Hey, you know what? If you think Brooks is gonna beat Thomasville, challenge me for my money and go do your pickups before Friday, 6 p.m.
Alex says Manchester waxed them folks last year. I know the matchups be different, but Manchester wasn't like that. We beat them at home.
Manchester is like that.
Tori says no way Brooks gives up more than 2 touchdowns. Danny says Irwin's going to win by 3. And what's going on, Mr. Cornelius? How you doing, King?
Well, let me tell your viewers this. If they think that they know more than I know, go do your pick'ems and take my money. Cause let me tell you something. If you can't take my money, I will take your honey. I'm pimping this year.
You just got married and you talking about she ought to leave.
Yeah, we need a third party.
She need to leave. Alex said he'll be back Friday night. You're gonna have to come back next Friday, friend. We got this Friday off, but the 23rd, come on in and pop your stuff for last week, for that weekend and this week. Okay. All right. So
FYI, the Wizard does not represent FNL.
You right.
You heard that? You heard that?
I am me. I'm like De La Soul. Me, myself, and I.
I heard that, Mr. Wizard.
I do love this podcast, so I like to come on and collaborate with them.
Oscar said Wizard been around freaking Mike too long. He need to get him and his wife out that man basement.
Man, I'm living rent free. I ain't gotta pay no rent. I ain't going nowhere. He don't come down here, I don't go up there. We good.
You ain't finna keep disrespecting my brother like that now. Just keep that on the low. Don't tell everybody. He gonna start changing his mind and charge you a little something.
But the goddamn wizard done lost him. I said it's not.
Yep. Tori says Monday I need you to apologize to the entire Brooks community, and after we make it to the bins. You heard that?
Who they talking to?
He's talking to you. We didn't make the predictions you did.
Y'all need for me to play my theme song?
We don't.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Let's see.
Can I talk about this?
You can.
Okay. Luckily, Toombs County is off this week. But as I already mentioned, Commerce over Westland. I think Swainsboro gets doubling.
And what?
Football. Irwin County over Fitzgerald. Rabin County over White. Again, Thomasville beats Brooks. I already talked about Dublin and Swainsboro. I think Peach County gets Northeast by 2 touchdowns. Elbert County over Hart County, and Blakely County over Rutland. Any problem?
Okay. So I'm gonna read what they're saying. Mr. Estes says Wesleyan over Commerce 24-21. So he's saying that it's gonna be the opposite.
Definitely not, but go ahead.
Oscar says if you stay rent free, never mind, stay. Danny says he likes Dublin with the upset.
It's not an upset. Dublin will be a better team than Swainsboro this year.
And Torres said he's talking to you. Tick says there's some strange things going on down in that basement.
Don't worry about it.
Alex says that Dublin will beat Swainsboro, and Daddy says Thomasville will beat Brooks 21-14. Lee says Brooks will win. Dublin will win 28-20. Keith Drigger says Swainsboro lost a lot, so Dublin wins by 14.
Yeah.
Tori says you do know that Mello Jones is gone, right?
Yeah. Can I ask him a question?
Sure.
Has Dublin got a quarterback to throw the ball?
No, but Dublin is a hell of a wing T offense.
Okay. Sound like y'all comparing oranges to oranges.
Yeah, what you okay. Mr.
Potion
Cornelius,
already, and the season ain't even started good.
Miss Cornelius says, has Rutland ever had a program? Honorable mention or anything?
That's why they're gonna lose.
Couple of years, Rutland had a solid team, but it had never been a program.
Adam says if Tiff lost to Brooks only 6-0, Thomasville might have a chance, but I still think Brooks gets it.
Oh my God. We still talking about practice. Thursday didn't give y'all enough of this practice time. We still talking about practice. Let it go, bro. Let it go.
Thank God next week come, cause honey, you and Thursday this dang on practice. Mr. Drigger says they had a transfer on hardship. Who is they? Mr. Driggers, let us know. Alex says Dublin is one of the best wing T teams around here for sure. And then they are in division. They're Division 1. And what does Thirsty say? You have to have a dual game. What? 3A and over. You can get away with that. Basically, you can get away with that in single A. Yeah. So Dublin might go far. Okay. So now we are in 2A.
So my question is this. Pierce, why you off week 1? You supposed to come out and bring the phone and put 2A on notice. Why are you off?
That's how that schedule list came about.
It is what it is. But I got Ware County over Appleton.
What's that score? 'Cause you look like your 2 on Ware County. You meant to put a 4 there.
Well, I was trying to be polite. It's the first week, so special teams is gonna be the factor, for the next 2 weeks. But Ware County win. Look, I started to go 1-0. Just to show the win and the losing.
About 48-21 is what it should have been.
Well, we'll see on Friday. I got Cedartown upsetting Rockmart because Rockmart comes out flat and think this is gonna be a game that they can walk through off their name.
And what?
Football. I got Cass with the upset over Callaway. But it's a good thing for Callaway. Callaway needs this game against a higher classification school to get them ready. Stevens County over Habersham Central. Carver Columbus handles business against Whitewater. Burke County murders Richmond Academy. Thompson over Evans. Cooks over Barron. And Hateville Charter is off.
Okay, so let's see what they're saying about 2A, sir. Tony says, no, Wizard, the Ware County by 17.
Okay. Look, I'm giving Ware the win. That's all that matters. It's week 1. I don't have a feel for every team. Just some.
Speaking of, Dwayne says, who Lego set losing to this week? We'll get to that in just a minute, I'm sure. Keith Drigger says the score will be 34-7 Ware. And Lee Nicholson says Rockmart will win.
I'm giving Rockmart the loss. They're gonna lose. They're gonna be overlooking City Time. And by the time they wake up, it's gonna be too late.
Lee says Rockmart's gonna win. Yo, you think Rockmart's gonna win too?
Definitely. Rockmart and Cedartown being neighboring cities. I just don't think Cedartown have enough. I think they've been being poached by Rome, and their program has fallen down the last couple of years. Well, not Cedartown caliber. So I think Rockmart come out after losing that championship game last year with something to prove this year, and they be too much for Cedartown. But I give it a score. It'll be within 10 points though.
Did Rockmart? How much did Rockmart lose after that championship game?
Pretty much bringing the team back. They was young. We had someone on from Rockmart telling us about how young they were.
Oh, okay.
So I look for Rockmart to be a strong team in 2A this year.
Okay. Mr. Bryant, welcome. He says these Brooks County fans really tripping over because they beat Tiff County 6-0. Newsflash: Thomasville beat them last year 34-14, and we still got the same team that came back. That's coming back this year.
Well,
Hold on.
That's not the same Tiff though.
Breaking news. We talking about practice.
Oh God. Okay, so
that's not the same Tiff County team from last year though.
Yeah. Mr. Bird, what's going on? Welcome. Aquinas is in the building. Keith Drigger says Rockmart is going to lose, so he agrees with the Wizard.
Okay. 3A. I got Jefferson losing to Marist. Ain't no reason the AJC should have put them number 1. But anyway, Sandy Creek beats East Coweta. Well, Doug just proved me wrong.
Wrong as 2 left feet when no right in you.
So what? But I'm gonna say this. LaGrange, get you a punter and stick to the running game. Calhoun over Creekview. Bainbridge loses to Coffee. Lumpkin over Cherokee Bluff. City Grove loses to Douglas County.
Hey, you added a 2 instead of 0.
Well, you know what? I'm not gonna speak on it. From what I understand, y'all got somebody coming on later on to speak about it. So I'm not gonna speak on it.
I would love to talk to him if he think Douglas County gonna only beat you by 2 scores. Like, I'd love to talk to him too.
Okay. And I got Troop over Villa Rica.
Y'all got anything to say about 3A?
Yeah.
What would you like to say, sir?
Leave that potion alone, Mr. Wizard, because you like 4 games off in 3A.
I bet I still go 90% on the season.
If you do, I bet I go 100%.
I bet you won't beat me in the pick.
I bet I will.
If he put the right team down. Let's see. Mr. Keith says we played Rockmart last year. A lot of hometown cooking. Oh, where's our buddy from Rockmart? He ain't been on there. Nick said you need to leave the potion alone, Mr. Wizard.
Never. Never. Shit, I'm sipping right now.
Yeah, we can tell, friend. Mr. Bird says Aquinas versus Athens Academy is going to be fire. I can't remember who you had. Who did you have winning that game? I think you said
Aquinas.
you had Aquinas winning that game. Yeah. Let's see. Nick wants you to leave that potion alone. He'll never do that. How you doing, Mr. Lakes? Burke County is in the building. And yes, Douglas did beat LaGrange. LaGrange.
I got TV. I got a fire stick.
I saw it. Well, you just say okay. You ain't got to dance to the folk.
I'm saying you went 90% last year. Think 90% the year before. But I'd be damned if you going 90% because you starting out way in the hole this year, Mr. Wizard.
It's a whole lot of football to be played.
Agreed.
Okay. So, 4A.
Okay.
I think Benedictine. No, I'm sorry. Benedictine will be tested by Raven Gap.
Who is Raven Gap? Let us know who that is.
Raven Gap is a team that everybody doesn't know because all they know is Raven County.
Raven Gap is out of South Carolina, correct, Mr. Wizard?
No, Raven Gap is out of Georgia.
My lord.
Where?
Down in Raven County. Y'all ain't did y'all research?
No. And what makes you think, if we haven't heard of them, why do you think they'll be Benedictine?
Because they're not part of the GHSA.
Potion.
What are they a part of?
I don't care. They were part of the NFL. They ain't finna be close to no Benedictine. You can get that out your head.
Okay.
So I hope they don't play in the GISA, do they?
That's all I can think of.
Or do they play with IMG and the rest of them?
Now, Raven Gap is going to be wrecking shop in Georgia because they play a lot of Georgia teams this year.
So, I mean, do they normally play a national schedule? Is that what the deal is? I promise I have never heard these people a day in my life.
They do.
Okay, we're gonna see because I just don't understand.
Have y'all been to Raven Gap, Georgia?
Nope.
Hell no, I ain't trying to go up there.
Yeah, me neither. I ain't trying to go neither because I don't think they like people of my kind.
Okay, I mean, don't know about it. Well, I like you, Wilson, even though you act like you ain't know us this summer.
No, I'm just saying. Okay, y'all do know. Okay, here's the thing. Raven Gap does not play the GHSA. They play in their own little thing. Last year, they went 13-1. Okay?
Okay.
But when you go in and you look at them, they got some ballers. They got a quarterback, returning back that threw for over 2,500 yards. They got several running backs coming back. And then on top of that, they got a lot of young receivers coming back that caught over 600 yards. And their defense really didn't lose much.
They are number 56 in the nation.
Yes.
They're ranked number 15 in Georgia. They're the number 10 team in Atlanta.
And they play in what, the NCIS, AA, Western, whatever that is?
I don't know what that is.
We will see. That's all I'll say.
Raven Gap is gonna push Benedictine and help Benedictine prepare through the season.
So is it at Benedictine or is it at Raven Gap?
If I'm not mistaken, it's at Raven Gap.
It's at Benedictine.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I had that one wrong? Yeah.
No, you got it right. You got it right.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Okay, we're going back to 3A. Get ready, yo. Lee says Cedar Grove will win.
In what?
In what? Against who?
Douglas County.
For real.
When?
He must think they talking about Frederick Douglass. This Douglas
Y'all
County
do.
we talking about now. We talking about
We
Douglas
talking about
County
the
now.
county.
Yes.
Douglas County, not Douglas.
So
Okay.
you ain't gonna beat now. This is the year of the Dougs.
Thank you. I said
All
that
right.
already. Okay,
Stockbridge.
Jeremy has a question.
What's up? Can I get through 4A?
No, okay. Well, hold on now. I was
I
about to
love
apologize.
Easter Bunny.
I was about to apologize to you.
I love the Easter Bunny.
Okay, I love you too. Let's go.
I'm trying to steal you from Coach Crow.
And you're married. I don't do that. Keep going.
Okay. Stockbridge over Ducktown.
Definitely not happening.
And I kind of feel you, but I think Stockbridge edges it out. Not by 14, maybe more or less 3. Again, Marist over Jefferson, Cartersville over Columbia, Perry over Baldwin, North Oconee beats Oconee. Again, Ware County over Allen. Creekside losing to Rome. Warner Robins losing to Lee County. And Blessed Trinity over St. Pie.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, the Creekside Wrong game has been postponed or either canceled.
It's canceled. It got canceled. But that was after I did this stuff. But it's still
If
wrong.
it would have happened, that's how it would have happened. That's what you're saying.
I don't think so, but okay.
Okay, so we got some questions. Jeremy Williams. Okay, first of all, baby, I need you to.
I don't like him.
Okay, I know, but I just need him to figure out the difference between want and won't. It's not hard. But his question is, Wizard, what makes you think Warner Robins won't beat Lee?
I don't know how you can want to beat somebody. I don't know what they want.
Oh, okay. What makes you think
That's
Warner
all I know
Robins will not beat
There you
Lee?
go.
That's what he wants to say.
It's
That's what he wants to say.
AJC Super 11 over there on Lee County. Am I not mistaken?
It's the one on Warner Robins too.
Okay. But the one on Lee has the advantage over the one at Warner Robins.
Agreed.
So therefore, what's that dude named? Chroma? Something like that? Kuma? Yeah. He gonna have a good 150 rushing, 50 receiving, and 3 touchdowns.
Okay. Let's see.
If you don't believe me, beat me in the pick.
So, Oscar says he thinks Raven Gap plays with South Carolina.
No, Raven Gap actually plays in North Carolina. That's where they play at, North Carolina.
They right up the road from Raven County High, and they play in North Carolina, I guess.
No, I was thinking of something else. You know I be on that sauce. Leave me alone. They in North Carolina.
What they said they in Georgia.
But I'm gonna admit when I'm wrong. Now Raven Gap, Nicocha, whatever. Yeah, that's their real. Ooh, I like Coochie.
It's not Friday.
But I'm just saying though,
it's not Friday.
The witch got some.
Okay, let's go on. Let's
okay.
Okay.
Girl, I was reminiscing. Okay, upset of the weekend, which I don't think is an upset, but Milton over Buford. In football.
In football, definitely.
I don't disagree with that. I would go with Milton as well.
Gainesville over Marietta. Woodward Academy loses to Carrollton. Lee County again over Warner Robins. TCC over Monroe. It's just practice for them in that game. I only know why they put them on the schedule. Play some goddamn body. Hughes loses to Westlake. I'm sorry.
I was about to say you were beyond the potion then. You going to something a little harder.
I know, right? Again, Rome would have beat Creekside, but the game was canceled. Coffee over Bainbridge. Houston County over Alpharetta. And Roswell over Peachtree Ridge.
Okay.
Hey, real quick to all my Thomas County Central listeners. You see the disrespect y'all give us on Friday Night Lights podcast? If I'm not mistaken, we had y'all at 2 or 3. And we got an uproar. Oh, we should be number 1. Oh, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. AJC come out and got y'all at 5, and y'all just quiet as a mouse pissing on cotton.
How you doing, Mr. Hatley? Welcome. Keith Drigger says they will not be banned. How you doing, Mr. Deshaun Suggs? Welcome. Brian Bird says he loves the Wizard's voice. Please don't tell him that. How you doing, Mr. Reddy? Welcome back. Tick says City Grove must be in a pencil popping contest this week. Win wood.
City Grove was winning. City Grove ain't winning jack this week.
Not a dang thing.
Well, they can't even win pick 3.
King says he likes Lee over Wartown. Deshaun says Fred looked good against LaGrange. We're gonna talk about that in a minute too. Lee says Buford will beat Milton.
And what?
And and Madden, EA Sports, that's already started.
Mr. Bird would be more than happy to go back to 1A for you when we get through with this 6A. You want Division 1 or Division 2? Let us know what your who your team is. All right, we got 6A.
All right, again, Buford loses to Milton. Carrollton over Woodward Academy. Grayson beats Collins Hill. Douglas County selects City Grove.
Hey, you still messed up on the score on this one. You got a 2 where it should have been 0.
Oh, my bad. I'll go back and fix it.
Okay.
Why you think Carrollton's gonna beat Woodward so bad?
Carrollton might be.
Juju.
Carrollton might be the top.
Ain't got the secondary. Woodward ain't got the pass rush or the depth to keep up with Carrollton.
Okay. I just figured it might be a little closer to that, but this is your pick 'em. Go ahead, friend.
Thank you. Can I do me?
Now, don't get too.
Okay. I told you I'm pimping this year. I'm pimping, baby.
Okay, but I ain't your hoe, so keep going.
Okay. Colquitt County, you better not lose to west of Utah. I'm talking about you all season long. All right. Walton over Brookwood. Mill Creek over Lambert. Camden over Brunswick. Again, Westlake loses to Hughes. And Newton over Eastside.
Now, real quick, that Newton Eastside game is definitely a rivalry game. So you know Eastside gonna get up to play, but you should have added about 3 more touchdowns to that score.
I was being polite. It's week 1.
Got you.
Sorry.
Why you mad? Who you mad at, Mr. Redding? Let me know who you mad at. Who did it, so I can go fight them for you. King Hustle Athletic Training. Welcome to our podcast, Mr. Bird. Okay, yeah, I told you welcome. Lee said Buford will be Milton in football and Wood.
Okay.
We're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to Division 1 in a minute, Mr. Bird.
So this is the only time you will see my pick'ems for the season, throughout the season. So the pick'ems consist of Fellowship Christian versus Ballard, Wesleyan versus Commerce, Brooks County versus Thomasville, Swainsboro versus Dublin, Fitzgerald against Irwin, Rockmart against Cedartown, Calhoun versus Creekside, Warner Robins versus Lee, Milton versus Buford, Hughes versus Westlake. And the tiebreaker. How many points do you think Calvary Day will score against Beach.
Seems like a pretty solid pick 'em to me, Mr. Wizard. I'm talking about the games. I don't know necessarily the picks, but the game.
Yeah, I guess the scores don't really matter when all you're doing is tallying up the wins and losses. But I just want to start off by telling you, Mr. Wizard, you down 4 games to me already.
We shall see.
Okay, so for Mr. Bird and Mr. King, we want to go back to single A Division 1, and for Mr. King, we want to go back to 4A. So can you do that for me, Mr. Wizard, please? Thank you.
Hold on, single A what?
Division 1. Thank you. Fitzgerald is his team, but Wizard, I don't like you no more.
Who don't like me?
He goes to Fitzgerald. You said Fitzgerald's gonna lose to Irwin, so he don't like you no more.
Well, I guess he got to take that on the chin because that one on that he definitely got right.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so Mr. Driggers and Mr. Nicholson and Mr. Bird, all of y'all, he says Brooks is not losing. All you guys, make sure you go to the Friday Night Lights podcast page and y'all put in your pick'ems, okay, so you can prove them wrong. Okay, so
that was 1A2.
I'm sorry.
Go to 1A. Somebody request 1A.
Okay, go to Division, 1A Division 2.
Both.
What? I don't care. My picks. Your team, if I got them losing, they will lose. Brooks County, Fitzgerald, Aiken, Lamar.
Okay, can Mr. Can King see Division? 4. Can they see?
Okay, I'll show you 4A. I hate these people that come late. Man, we start at 7 o'clock.
No, we don't. We wasn't here at 7 o'clock.
We start at 7-ish, don't y'all?
Thank y'all for joining whatever time you could join. You just have to excuse him. He's a little. He has to be somewhat sober for this, and he gets a little upset. So
okay. So what's the problem with 4A? What we got?
He just wanted to see it.
Let me see. I can tell you right now what's the problem with 4A.
What, Ware County versus Appling?
No, I told you should have added points to that one. But the only pick on my say, no, the Stockbridge Dutchtown game. Dutchtown win that, going away.
And you know what? I wouldn't even be surprised. I can take that L. Why? I'm not in a position. I can't say that. I can't say it. I think Stockbridge hurts themselves this season against Dutchtown and Jones County. And it's going to come down to discipline during the game. Penalties will cost them games against Dutchtown and Jones County.
Okay. Mr. King Hustle Athletic Training, he says he helps train kids in South Georgia area trying to help them get to the next level. That's very admirable, King Hustle. Keep
big ups. Good big ups to you, King.
We appreciate you very much. And again, thank you for tuning in to our podcast. We appreciate it. Dwayne says Brooks 35-13 over Thomasville. So that's that. Okay, Mr. Wizard, we appreciate you. You coming back to see us? When you coming back to see us?
I come back on Monday. So I'll be here Monday and Wednesdays to talk with y'all. But again.
And congratulations on your we hope to meet her very soon. I hope she can keep you in line a little bit.
Me too. So
I do.
Okay, I'm out.
See you later.
Later.
Have my money ready.
Never.
Y'all hear what Mr. Hustle King Hustle said? He said he travels, so if y'all need his help, y'all give him a call. He does travel. Oscar says it's gonna be a quick turnaround. Make sure y'all put some gas in that broom and not 87. Y'all need that 93. So Mike, when
What's
you
up?
gonna start, are you gonna start charging him rent? Because he came on here bragging about he ain't got to pay no rent.
Look, man, long as he stay down there, don't come up here because it be smelling down there. Shit, I be throwing
Oh God.
Lysol bombs and Fabuloso bombs down there.
All the more reason for you to charge him rent. But it ain't my house, so I'm gonna let it go.
Yeah, I ain't gotta worry. At least I ain't gotta worry about nobody breaking in coming through that way. Plus, I don't go down there anyway. It ain't even furnished.
Well, there's that. All
Yeah.
right. Rocky said you need. Rocky said, well, he gone, but we'll talk about it.
Why you coming on here telling that man business like that?
Who, me?
Yeah.
He said it himself. It smelled like Blue Density down there. Little nasty mom.
Okay, so guys, we have before the night is over, we have an interview to show. I know that it came. Can I go ahead and kind of talk on it a little bit before you put it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I know it came to a shock to a lot of people this early spring when it was announced that Coach Adams had accepted a job at Georgia State. I mean, because he came on our podcast the night before, had not he meant it. He was not lying. He was not going anywhere. And he got a call maybe the day after or maybe that same night asking that he join Georgia State staff, and that's an opportunity that he could not pass up. So a lot of people were surprised and shocked and wondering who in the world was going to take his place. Were they going to hire internally, externally? What were they going to do? You know, they usually keep things in house. Well, they made a decision. And we don't know a whole lot about him. Some people do, real familiar with him down there in Albany. But for those of you who are wondering, we have him on tonight. There was an interview that was conducted earlier, and he was so kind and gracious to give the Friday Night Lights podcast a sit down interview, and we certainly appreciate him. So without further ado, here we go. Can we hear? Give us a minute.
What you using to do it on? What are you using?
Hold on.
Close it out and come back in.
It's coming, guys. Thank you for your patience. Do we need to mute?
Pairing.
See what I'm saying? Oh yeah, this sucks.
Well, guys,
So at that particular time, I end up
Should see a red in the upper right hand corner.
mhm.
Okay, so for our podcast listeners, we do have an exclusive interview with Coach Roderick Moore. How are you today, Mr. Moore?
I am doing fine, Kiara. I'm doing fine. How y'all guys doing?
Doing
We're
good, doing
well.
good, coach.
We'd like to
And
thank
coach,
you for taking time out of your busy schedule today to talk to us and engage for our podcast show. What
My
you got,
pleasure.
Thirsty?
nothing much, coach. I know your time is limited, so if you don't mind, jump right on into this thing.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna start off with first things first. Can you give the listeners your coaching path that led you back home to DeKalb County?
I started in 1995 with Coach Bud Godfrey. He just called me one day. I sent my resume out and asked me, did I want to coach? And I said, yeah. And next thing you know, I was coaching for Coach Godfrey. Won a state championship there. I was there for 4 years. And then I left from there. And then I went to McNair High School where I had the opportunity to become the defensive coordinator and assistant head coach. I was that for the next 5 years. Then I became the head coach there at McNair. And my last season was 2008. From that time, circumstances where you don't get along with the person who's in charge, our personalities clash. I was let go right before the season in 2009. And so forth. So at that particular time, I end up going to Redan Middle School, and I helped out with the middle school. And then the next following year, I went back home to Southwest DeKalb, and I coached with Coach Godfrey for that 1 year. Took a defense that they went to the I think the quarterfinal or the semifinal that year. And then I only had 3 returning starters, and we still ended up being one of the best defenses in the county. We was the best defense in DeKalb County that year. With only 3 returning starters. Most of those kids played JV the year before. And then I left from there, and I went to Columbia, and I was at Columbia with the defensive coordinator with Mario Allen, and with them had one of the best defenses in DeKalb County during that time as well. Took Columbia back to the playoffs after a long time. They haven't been to the playoffs. We went back to the playoffs during that time, and then from that point, I went and tried my hand in the college ball, and I was at Savannah State with Coach Davenport, who's also from DeKalb County, and things didn't pan out. He got fired, so if he get fired, everybody else get fired. So from that, I finished up my my second master's degree, and then I coached at a Christian Academy, Creekside Christian Academy, with my good friend who gave me the job at McNair as a coordinator and head coach. Johnny Gibble was the head coach there. So we started that program. They never been to the playoffs. We took them to the playoffs, and then I got the job at Redan. Things at Redan didn't kind of work out the way I wanted to. We were successful off the field, but just wasn't successful on the field. If you don't have Jimmy and Joe's, it's kind of hard. But hey, them 4 years there, I enjoyed it to the utmost. I left from there. I went to Stockbridge for 1 year to just be the D-line coach. We made it to the semifinals there, state playoffs. I lost to Bainbridge. And then Coach Gilbert called me again and asked me did I want to come down to Albany and build up the program, rebuild the program down at Darty High School, which we did. We went 2-8 the first year. We went 0-5 the COVID year. And then the next year we broke out and we made it to the quarterfinals. Quarterfinals that year. And then the following year we went to the quarterfinals again. And then my last year, to be honest, I got passed over for the head coach job when Coach Gilbert went to the county office. I got passed over for that job, even though I helped build that program. And so I knew it was time for me to go. And to be honest, I wasn't even thinking about coming to Cedar Grove. That wasn't even on my far-fetched on my mind. I was calling Coach Adams to get me an OC just in case I got the Heritage job, which I had an interview that following Thursday on. So I was just trying to find me an OC if I get the Heritage job that I have somebody. And I asked them, and so we talking about that. I said I know y'all probably going to hire the assistant head coach there because Cedar Grove normally hires within the family. You understand that? And I can understand that, but when I talked to John, it was just a little doubt in his mind about the situation. So being the person that I am, I'm a God-fearing man and I'm God-led. Son just told me to apply for the job, and I applied for it. After I got off the phone with him, I already had my applications in at DeKalb County for applying for other jobs. I just put it in there, and next thing, sorry about that, but that's school for you.
Yeah.
The next thing was I got a call from Mr. Spears on Sunday saying, do you want to come interview on Tuesday? And then I did the interview, and I asked Mr. Spears them. I said, hey, because I got another job interview on Thursday. I just want to know what's your timetable as far as finding out when you're going to hire the head coach. He said, Coach, we're going to let you know tomorrow, which is Wednesday. So at that point in time, I thought I wasn't going to get the job because normally if you're going to hire somebody, you're going to hire them in the morning. You're going to call them that Wednesday morning and let them know. I didn't get no call Wednesday morning, so I'm nervous. I don't know what. You know what I'm saying? I'm nervous. And then Miguel Patrick called me and said, hey, man, I just talked to Mr. Spears, and he thinking about hiring you, man. I told him nothing but good things about you and and stuff of that nature. And I said, I appreciate it, bro. And probably about 30 minutes after Miguel called me, Mr. Spears called me and told me I had a job. So I'm here.
Well, you did bring up something, Coach, that was interesting. You coaching at McNair, this little thing between McNair, Cedar Grove, the War Boulder Crest. So the question is, would you be willing to bring back the old War Boulder Crest between Cedar Grove and McNair in the future for the community?
Yeah, I would. I'd be willing to do that if I'm the coach at McNair. I'd be willing to do it. To be, perfectly honest, I don't have a problem with it because at the end of the day, I only lost one time to Cedar Grove when I was the head coach and defensive coordinator now in 10 years now. I just want to let everybody out there in Cedar Grove and Eastside know that I only lost one time. That was in 2002 now. I remember when I lost to Cedar Grove.
Especially you, Mike Rachel.
I won that in 2002. I was in Spain, Chile.
Yeah. So, but I would love to bring that back because I think that's a good thing for the community. Gresham Park. We share players from Gresham Park. So at the end of the day, I think that'll be a great opportunity. So I definitely, we're gonna keep our tough schedule that we have at the beginning of our season. But if coach is willing after next year, because I know our schedule only changes every 2 years, I'll be willing to bring that game back if he's willing to do it as well.
All right, cool. Appreciate that, Coach. So, Coach, you already spoke on what sparked the interest to come, on the City Grove job. So we're not going to discuss that anymore. But what I want to ask you is, considering you stepped into the position in March, which was kind of late in a lot of our eyes, how has the transition been with taking over at City Grove? Going through the spring and the summer and now into the season.
Well, I'm not gonna tell you no lie. I'm gonna keep it 100. It was trying. Being hired, and to be honest, technically I was hired in March per se, but really I didn't start till April. So those particular things, it kind of set you back because kids have already made their assumptions on whether they're gonna stay or go, and then some wanted to feel me out and see what type of person that I was.
Hyundai Elantra Hybrid.
That's
versus
understandable
Honda Accord
too.
Hybrid. Look what Elantra
And
Hybrid
they end up
has,
leaving
and what Accord
because
Hybrid doesn't.
I bring something
Hyundai
different
Elantra
to the
Hybrid
table
wins
than Coach Adams did, the previous administrator did. I'm a tough nosed, disciplined guy. That comes first with me. This week here, the word of the week for us this week is accountability. And I hold our young men accountable for everything they do. You mess up, I gotta hold you accountable. And so a lot of kids, because they're talented, thought they could get away with things. And I'm not saying that's a good or bad thing, but in real world life, that's a bad thing. Because when you get out there in the real world, you ain't getting away with stuff. They lock you up or put you 6 feet under. So I'm coming here and to just keep the winning ways, but just readjust the discipline. So that was one of the things that was said in my interview as well.
Oh, okay. Gary, you got anything over there?
Okay, Coach. By the way, let me throw in, I am a Thomasville High Bulldog. Woo! And I'm only mentioning this because you have history with Doherty.
Oh man, Thomasville, I lost to him twice, so I feel a certain type of way about that. But I'm gonna let you slide today.
Well, thank you for the pass, Coach. What are your expectations leading into the 2024 season?
My expectation is for us to continue in doing what Cedar Grove do is to win championships. Now, is that going to happen this year? We don't know. All right, but it's a process that's going to continue to grow. I got a young team, first year quarterback, lost 20 players, 10 of them were dogs, and now I got to start all over again. But the good thing about it is the cupboard ain't there. I got groceries in the refrigerator. I got groceries in the cupboard. So we good now. We just not as deep as we used to be. Normally, if somebody get hurt at Cedar Grove or do something wrong, I could plug another kid in. A kid that was second team here could start anywhere in DeKalb County. But now I don't have that luxury. I don't have that luxury for this team. This team right here, I got these guys that start, and then I got the young guys who ain't never played before. So now my job is to cultivate get those young kids up there. So I got a big sophomore class. I got 30 sophomores. We're gonna be great. We're gonna be great in the next upcoming years. So I'm asking Eastside. I'm not giving no excuses. I'm just asking you to be patient with us. We still gonna go out here and win, and we defend the state champions, and we're gonna play like it. But I'm just telling you, just be mindful of the circumstances that we're in. But we're gonna keep those high expectations because nobody got higher expectations than myself on me. So don't think I'm trying to sugarcoat it or try to pipe it down, but I'm just letting people know what I'm cooking with right now.
Okay. Thank you for that, Coach. Who are some of the players you're looking at to step up to be leaders this season?
Well, I got a lot of guys that are showing their leadership skills. I got McCady Smith. He had transferred over from Arabia Mountain, and he really showed his leadership skills for not only just doing, but he rarely talks a lot, but when he does say something, it really means a lot. Then I got homegrown fed Dexter Mincy, my big OG offensive guard, who's just a junior, who's gonna who really one of my leaders, as well as Javon Braden, our center on the offensive line. Also, I got Zawan Smith with his crazy self as a leader. He's more of the hype man of the team and so forth. So I got him, but I had to control him from time to time because that joke can get out of control. So I had to reel him back in sometimes. And I got DeMarcus Clemens. He played corner for me. Gonna play some free safety as far as that concerned. And LaMacio Martin, returning wide receiver, came off a leg injury, and so forth. And one interesting point I just want everybody to know in the East Side, I got about 7 to 8 of these players that I coach their fathers. You know what I'm saying? Or I coach somebody that's kin to them. So I'm East Side too now. Don't get it twisted now. I'm from Kirkwood now, East Atlanta now. Don't get Zone 6. Understand that. So I want everybody to understand that. But at the same time, I'm glad it come full circle for me. I got more time behind me than I do have in front of me. But it's an honor to coach these young men. I coach their fathers, and it's good to see them when they come pick their sons up, or when I just talk to them on the phone and so forth.
Okay, so with that being said, my last question for you is, what would you like to tell those that feel that the dynasty is over for Cedar Grove?
The dynasty is over. Hey, just sit back and pay attention. That's all. I mean, I tell my kids all the time, I don't talk this game. And I try to get them to understand we ain't talking. Just let our actions speak for us. Our actions will speak. And then if you come to the game and you watch us play and you'll see what type of team we are, win, lose, or draw, you'll be proud of us. So I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just going to be about it.
You know what, Coach? I sure do appreciate that. But with that being said, Coach, we're going to get ready to wrap this thing up because I know you got to get back to business today. But, hey, just so you do know, we do have a few panel members that are not on here right now that are from Peach County.
My
so just want to let you know that we do have a large following in South Georgia, middle of South Georgia.
Well, I'm gonna give a shout out to Dottie them down there in Albany. I appreciate everything for my past 5 years down there. So I do want to give a shout out to them. And I just want to tell everybody on the East Side, man, I appreciate the love and support. And I'm gonna appreciate the good and the bad of being part of the Cedar Grove family. So I hope to see everyone out to the game. We got Douglas County. It's not gonna be no joke in the dome, 7 o'clock. August the 17th. So I want to see everybody out there and to support the young men, okay?
Facts on that. Hey, Coach, appreciate you coming out, taking time out for us, and good luck on Saturday and good luck on the upcoming season, Coach.
Appreciate you, man. I look forward to talking to y'all again.
Okay, thank you, Coach. Have a great one.
You have a good one.
All right.
Good job. Good job, guys. Y'all did a fantastic job. Great interview.
Great job, sis. Great job.
Great job. Thank you guys so much. And thanks to Coach for taking the time.
For sure. So hopefully hearing from coaches, from the coach directly, it answers a lot of questions that folks have been asking me, that I've been shaking hands and kissing babies on. But I'm like, Coach, let the actions speak for themselves.
Right. That's right. That's right. All right. So, football season is officially here, guys.
Yay.
We are officially at halftime on our second game into the 2024 season of the Corky Kell Classic of Kell versus North Atlanta.
And we're so thankful to you for just joining us tonight. We know a lot of you all have big games Friday. Best of luck to your teams, unless you're playing my Peach County Trojans. Otherwise, I hope you lose miserably. Thanks to everybody who participated tonight. Shout out to the Wizard for coming through and giving his predictions. Guys, make sure that you do your predictions. What's the deadline for the prediction for the pickums?
I think he said Friday, no later than 6 p.m.
Friday, no later than 6 p.m. Make sure you get your pickums in. So if you disagree with anything the Wizard said, you can prove him wrong and show that he doesn't know what he's talking about. Thanks to all the podcast panel members. Your inputs are immeasurable. Everybody has a role to play, and y'all play it well. We thank y'all. We can't do this without this panel. It's a great panel. EP put it together, and we appreciate him. And we could not do it without our listeners. Y'all really are the wind beneath our wings. So we thank y'all so very much for attending. I know you were ready last Friday, Deshaun. We sorry. 23rd, we'll be back. And Jeremy, I'm telling you now, I'm gonna light your ass up because I am
You
so
better
sick
know
of
I'm
you.
coming.
I am sick of you.
Just
Like for
ignorant.
real.
I ain't gonna say for no reason, cause maybe that's how God made you, but the shit is annoying.
As hell. As hell. Just leave me alone. Shut up. And if it ain't got nothing to do with Appleton County, just shut up. How about that? Just
Talking
shut
about
your ass.
Thomasville got transfers from Tallahassee. Hell, Tallahassee ain't got nothing to transfer.
Just shut your
All
bitch
down here in our
ass
business.
up. Just shut up. I'm so sick of you. But anyway,
Next Friday, y'all. Next
next
Friday.
Friday, guys. Next Friday. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Good luck to your teams. Y'all got anything else to say?
I got nothing else to say, but thank y'all for coming out. God bless. But do remember our schedule starting on the 19th. That's the main thing I want everybody to know and remember is our schedule starting on the 19th, um, which is next week. We will be back as we usually are, as normal. Mondays 7ish, Wednesdays 7ish, and Fridays after the games around 11ish.
That sounds
So
like a
like
new slogan.
I know, right? 7ish and 11ish.
7-ish, 11-ish. That sounds
Hey,
good to me.
I'm just saying, man, sometimes life happens. And we're going to do our best to make sure we got a question of the day to close our shows out on Monday and Wednesdays.
Yep. We certainly will.
And we will upgrade the food that we are serving because today all we had was finger food. Next week, especially on Friday, we plan on having some chicken wings, some 50 pieces in the back,
Some
some
donuts.
some donuts, some donuts exactly. You know what? And we might even throw you back to your childhood. Have some Capri Suns or some little barrel drinks.
Little buddies.
We don't cater to children.
We got
But them folks
one
ain't
in the
finna drink my liquor up though. I ain't finna
We
let
don't.
them drink my liquor up. I don't know about you.
BYOB. You ain't
Oh,
got to worry about it.
We got one on here though. We got a kid that come in. Jeremy, you keep talking. You won't have to worry about it because I'm gonna block your ass and you won't be
E-
able to get on here.
Exactly, and I promise you, you will not be missed.
And once we block you, we can't unblock you. So remember that. On StreamYard, once you're blocked, that's it. You cannot be unblocked. So mind that. We don't give a goddamn what you got to do. Give a fuck what you got playing, what you got to go play with. You got to go play with the rest of the Oh, okay. Yeah.
Miss
Oh,
Ava,
Yep.
you okay over there?
yeah.
Nope. She good. She good. Friday. Hey, Friday came. Hey, Friday came on Wednesday for it. That's all.
A little early.
I'm sorry. Thank y'all. Thank you. Thank y'all. I'm sorry. Y'all have a good night, guys.
Hey, if you playing Friday night, Thursday night, Friday night, you better not
7.
lose.
Ooh, for sure. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless. Have a good evening. And y'all be safe this weekend.
Bruce County, the Bulldogs coming.